So can you fill a whole 4-foot by 4-foot table of terrain with just a single box of Games Workshop's Ruins of Dol Guldor? The answer is sorta. Hey, I'm Mark Dickey. Welcome to the channel. My brother-in-law Kenny stole Christmas morning when he surprised me with this box of Ruins of Dol Guldor. I've always wanted this box, but I wasn't sure what I could do with just one. Games Workshop sold it in these big packs of 6 ruins, the Fortress of Dol Guldor. Zorp, of course, he did a huge, amazing build with like 20 of these kits. But I only have one kit. What can I build with just one kit? I pieced everything together and I just had fun with it. And I made it so that you could stack a few different pieces to make larger ruins, or you could leave them apart and make something with a little bit more board coverage. The pieces that I ran out of first on this kit were these little spacer connector pieces. They're used to change the angles of the walls, and I kind of ran out of them pretty quick. So I built what I could, and then I filled the gaps with green stuff and milliput. And I definitely liked green stuff better for this job. It just sculpted nicer. And you'll actually see later in the painting stage that I completely forgot a few spots that needed green stuff, but oh well. I also loved this statue mini, and I decided to turn him into an old shrine by placing some foam bricks around him. And I actually made a little ruined wall as well with the leftover bricks. And I made a base for one of the ruined walls because this one just kind of kept moving and tipping over. I thought it'd be better for gameplay. The bases were made from an old dry erase board. If you ever see one going into the dumpster, snag it, cut it into random shapes, and sand the edges down, and there you go. Plenty of bases for future terrain. This was my first time doing a big terrain piece from Games Workshop. I thought I'd try using a cheaper primer, just because the Chaos Black is so expensive. I went with this 2X Rust-Oleum primer. I was nervous at first, but the result turned out to be fantastic. I still am a little nervous about using it for minis. It's just a little too thick, might obscure the details, but for this terrain, it worked great. The painting process was really a big experiment. I could really spell it out for you, but I was just playing around. Black primer, overbrush of darker gray. I dabbed on some dark and light greens to give it this mossy look. Dabbed a little bit of earthy tan to try and do kind of like a leopard spotting thing. Did a wash of watered down black paint, which my 4-year-old, she loved helping me with this part, just slapping that wash over the ruins. Afterwards, I did a light overwash with a warmer gray and a final dry brush to pick out the details. Last thing to do was flock the bases, douse them in isopropyl alcohol to break the surface tension, and then seal with glue, watered down glue. The final product, this kit is a little skimpy for a full Middle-earth board. You might really need 2 of these for a full board. But honestly, if you're playing Middle-earth, odds are good you will want some variation in your terrain. And so I arranged the ruins in the center of the board, and then I threw about maybe $20 worth of hobby trees around the board so that it looked like this ruined Angmar outpost in the middle of a forest, and it looks great. It was a fun kit for sure. It definitely kind of wants to be a 2 or 3 or the 6 kit build. But you can definitely get by with just one box, and you don't have to stick with the way they built it on the box art. Thanks for watching the video, and special thanks to my brother-in-law Kenny for the sweet, sweet Christmas gift.